Learn JavaScript from beginner to advanced. Today I would like to learn you how to use toggle in JavaScript, how to use toggle for create a show hide multiple sections. In this HTML document I have 5 buttons and also I have 5 sections with number section 1 2 3 4 5. All these divs with sections have an ID and have info section class. In this info section I put display none because initially when the page loads are hide, are display none. You don't see these divs. Okay, let me to show you how it looks. In this way looks. I have 5 buttons, and on each button I have a toggle. When I click appear, do you see section 1, again section 2, section 3. If I click again, disappear, appear, disappear, appear, disappear, appear. This is a toggle. What happened in this time? When I click, I change the value of a boolean variable, but let me to show you now the JavaScript code, because in the last episode I create this example, but I create one function for each button. I have 5 function, but in this example I will show you how to create this toggle for 5 buttons for show, hide and section, and for show with a single function. Initially, do you see, I create an object for track evidence of state for each section. I have section states object with the key, the ID, and the boolean false. That means initial when page load, the value false means are hidden. No, do you see, for example, I have here section 5. Section 5 value false is hidden. Here I put a console log because I want to show you what happened with this toggle, and what is the value of this toggle boolean value before function. And let's see the value before toggle. I have here section 1 and section states of section 1. Section states, in this way I can to access value of property. No, I have here a key, here a value. I want to access value of section 1. I use object of with square brackets of section 1, and also with these quotes because are strings, and also have this space, and is recommended this square brackets. You can't access with dot method section states dot section 1, just if is normal key without quotes and without spaces, you can access with section states dot section 1, and the value is false. Okay, section states of section 1 is false, and should to have false before this function. Let's see. I run. Inspect. The value before toggle section 1 false. Why is false? Because do you see here is false, no? And I console log for show you that this initial is false. I didn't press a button, because if I press the button toggle section 1, the value after toggle section 1 is true. I start with section 1 value boolean false, and in function I change it in true. Okay, and if I click again, what happened with this? Because it's true now, become false, and again become true, and again become false, and again become true. What you see, what you observe on this toggle? Toggle is a switch between on off, between 0 and 1, between false or true. And let's analyze this function. We have a function toggle section, and I take a parameter. Do you see? Parameter section ID. This section ID is this value from my object section states. You can replace this section ID if you want to see example for one single button, and instead section ID you put, I don't know, section 1. After this I will show you section 1, where I take section ID like a parameter, and after I reverse with toggle section states of section ID. Section ID is this now, key equal negation. When it's true become false, when it's false become true, and that is the that happened. I have here initial false when I load the page, and after I write this line my value become true, because my value false equal no negation false. Negation false mean true. At this line, after this line, yes, here where I am now with this mouse with cursor, my value is true for section states of section ID. No, and I have here in ternary operator this function who manipulate displays property of style, section states of section ID, is an if else. Here it's simple. If is true section state of section ID, the in this case show the divs content, in other else none. And here I am true with this section states because this line with toggle transform from false in true. And after I put again a console.log to show you that this section states of section ID now is true. The value after toggle section 1 is true. The value before toggle section 1 is false. Okay, now let me to this is for all section, because here section ID is a dynamic function. I didn't put here just section 1 and after I create another function with section 2 and with section 3, and we have in this way I create again 5 functions. I create one single function with a single parameter. It's a dynamically function. But if you want to see just for one value, I will second, because here don't forget to put on button on click. You can use also add event listener or variable dot click, but use add event listener is syntactic sugar, it's the best way. Toggle section is function. Now I call here on this button toggle section of section 1 parameter. Is this function toggle section, and I put section ID, I put parameter section 1, after section 2, section 3, section 4. That was all for today. I hope you understand how to create a toggle in JavaScript for show or hide multiple sections. You can create with an object where you store with key value the state of each divs, because this section 1, section 2, section 3, 4 and 5, these are ID of my divs, sorry for my English. And initially the value is boolean false. Create after one single function and give it section ID parameter. Section ID parameter is the section ID from here. Okay, if you don't know to create one single function from first and should to think how to create it, write how in your manner with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 function, and after this look at this 5 function, observe what things are more times are repeat in your code, and take the things that are repeated in your code, and in function of this create one single function. Observe what what lines of code are appear more times, and start from this point. That was all for today. I hope you understand. All the best.